Good day, everyone. So today we shall be looking at another topic, uses of materials. And the materials we're talking about today are the wood and the metals. What are the uses of these materials? We shall get to know that today as we dive into this topic. So first of all, let's start with the wood. Wood in construction and everyday life. Of what every one of us know the importance of wood. We use wood in housing. See this wooden house? We use it in building houses, and we use it to building some part of the house, like the doors. We have wooden doors. We have wooden windows. Even the roof is supported by wood. Though the roof is covered by zinc, but the sideway is supported by wood. And even our furnitures are made up of wood. Okay, aside from that, we also use wood for industrial buildings. Various construction in the industries are made up of wood. And then we use wood for joineries. When we say joinery, we talk about staircases. So we have wooden staircases and also for intricate woodworks. Okay. We also use wood for packaging. There are some crates that are made up of wood, pallets, maybe like that of egg, of colors. Some of them are made up of wood. And there are some electronic packaging that are also made up of wood. So wood is applicable in almost all spheres of life. All right. So let's see more versatile application of wood. Even in transport, we use wood for railway sleepers. We use wood for train wagons, and we use wood in building the bodies of some lorries. In the aspect of bridges and poles, you see this picture here is made up of wood. So we use wood in making some, simple bridges, and also the electric pole that we could see in our various residence and streets are made up. Most of them are made up of wood. Though we have the metal type too. We also use wood in making railway sleepers, like we mentioned earlier under transport. Then wood, of course, we know that the paper that we use in writing are made up of wood. Our textbooks are from paper, which are definitely obtained from wood. The magazines, the exercise books are paper. All paper materials are produced from wood. And lastly, we use wood in making the handles of some tools like hammer. If you have seen an hammer before, you will see that most hammer handle are made up of wood. Though we have some other handle with rubbers, but we have the ones that are made up of wood. The handle of axes are made up of wood. Some of them, and some screwdrivers handles are also made up of wood. Right? Even in our kitchen utensils, there are wooden spoon as well that we make use of in the kitchen. So many other areas of application of wood that time will not permit us to keep mentioning and mentioning and mentioning. Now let us talk about softwood because there are two major types of wood, the hardwood and the softwood. But let's talk about the uses of the softwood. Number one type of softwood we have is the cedar. The cedar is used in building industry for roofing, for in garages, we use it in making doors, and we use this cedar in partitioning too. Then another softwood we have is known as the pine. The pine softwood is used in making railway sleepers. We also use it in making heavy gate posts and decorative panels as well as joineries, the staircase. And the third example of softwood is the spruce. The spruce softwood is used in aircraft industry. We also use it in making ship masts. We use this spruce in interior joineries. We use it in making ladders and in some packaging materials. So we use screws in making some package in packing cases too. All right. So these are the diverse uses of softwood. We have more of them, but we would like to just talk about those three in this lesson. All right. Now the other type of wood we have, are the hardwood. But the hardwood, they are known for for beauty, and they are strong as well. Hardwood are strong wood, and they are used for beautifying. One of the examples of hardwood that we have is called the Afromosia. The Afromosia hardwood is used for shipbuilding, just like that of softwood. We also use it in making good quality furniture. Then we have the Agbar. The Agbar hardwood is used for making joinery and furniture. And then another type of hardwood is the balsa. The balsa hardwood is for model making, life rafts, and for insulation. Then we have the beech hardwood. This is used for making furniture. We also use it in making mallet, one of the workshop tools that we talked about in our previous lessons. And then we use beech in making kitchen utensils, like I mentioned earlier that we use wood in the kitchen as well. Then we have the Eki hardwood. We use this in making fire piles, we use it in making dock gates and bridge buildings. Okay, aside this, more hardwood application that we also have, we have the Iroko hardwood. We use Iroko hardwood in making joinery because of the strength, it's strong. And then the mahogany hardwood is used for making cabinets, for building shapes, for carving, and for making veneers. Then we have the oak hardwood. The oak hardwood is for making furniture. We use it in building boats. We use it in plywood. We use it to make plywood as well, and we also use it in making veneer. Then for the obeche hardwood is used for interior joinery, for furniture, and for model making. And the last but not the least is the thick hardwood. So the thick hardwood is used for building shapes, used for making furniture. We also use it for laboratory benches as well as veneers. So these are the various areas of application of hard wood as well as soft wood. Now, let's go to the other material, which is the metal. For ferrous metals, these are the examples. We have the cast iron, an example of ferrous metals. Now, the melting point of cast iron is 1240 degrees Celsius, and it consists of 15, it consists of 1.5 to 5% of carbon and then iron. So it's a type of cast iron, a type of ferrous metal that has 1.5 to 5% of carbon in it. And what do we use this material for? We use it in making the moving part of machineries and engine blocks. Another type of ferrous metals are the wrought iron. The wrought iron has a melting point of 2000 degrees Celsius. This means that for you to melt this material, the temperature of the heat must be up to this level before it can be melted. That's known as the melting point. And it consists of 99% of iron with other impurities. Okay? Okay, and for the application, we use it in making ollie gears, vices, crane hooks, and chains. So it's a type of ferrometal that we use for making chains. And the last, or one of the examples of the ferrous metal is the high carbon steel. The high carbon steel does not have a fixed melting point. It varies. It can be 1000, it can be 2000. So it varies depending on the combination of the content inside, the combination of carbon and iron in it. So it has 0.5 to 0.5% of carbon, unlike the cast iron that has 1.5 to 5% of carbon. For high carbon steel, it has a lower content of carbon in it. And we use this high carbon steel in making cutting tools, steel sheet, and general construction. All right. So these are the various properties and uses of ferrous metals. And for the non-ferrous metals, this one, I'm going to mention them with their respective applications. For aluminium, it is used for making aircraft. We also use aluminium for making electrical cables. We use aluminium for making foil. We use aluminium for making engine parts and kitchen wares. All right. Then for the next non-ferrous metal, which is zinc, the zinc is used for roofing sheets, for making containers, and for galvanizing, as well as for making alloys of metals. And then we have the thin non-ferrous metal. By the way, when we say non-ferrous metal, we mean metals that do not have iron in them. So the tin is used for making alloy base such as bronze. We also use the tin for protective coating, and we use it for protective coating for copper wire. So tin is used in coating copper wire so that it does not easily wear off. Okay, and another non-ferrous metal is the copper. We use copper in making alloys of metals. We use copper in making soldering bits. We use it for decorative items, and we use copper in making our electrical wires. In fact, the most common electrical wires that we use in our respective homes are the copper wire. The copper wire are used most commonly in our respective homes. All right. Having said that, let's talk about another material under the ferrous metal. That's the lead. The lead is heavy, soft, and malleable metal with a very low melting point. Its unique properties make it valuable in several industrial applications. So, because of its properties, it is used in making battery elements. Most of the battery that we use are made up of lead. Okay, we also use it in water piping, as you can see here. Most of the pipe we have are made up of lead. We also use the lead as base for many alloys. It's used as base for many alloys, and we use it for sheeting. We use it for sheeting in our roofing. Most of our roofs are made up of lead sheet, aside from zinc. Okay. Let's talk about alloys of non-ferrous metal. When we say alloys, we are saying mixture of metals. Okay. Now, one of the example of alloy we have is known as the duralumin. The duralumin is mixture of 95% of aluminium, 4% of copper, and 1% of manganese. So the combination of these three in their respective proportion form what is called the duralumin. And this duralumin alloy is used in making aircraft bodies. We also use it for making the windows and door frames, and we use it in making some part of vehicles. Another alloy that we have is known as the brass. The brass is a combination of 35% of zinc, 65% of copper. So the combination of these um, materials in their respective proportion make up brass. And so we use brass for decorative items. We use it in ammunition. We also use it in our plumbing fittings as well as in electrical appliances. Then the last one is the bronze. Bronze is an alloy of 10% of tin and 90% of copper. So when these two materials are combined in their respective proportion, then we will obtain bronze. And what do we use bronze for? As you can see in this picture, it's used for carvings and for making statues. This is a statue of a man with beard. All right, we use it for making gears as well and machine parts. All right, so these are the uses of materials that we have said to discuss today, that of wood and that of metals. So we shall be doing the cutting here today. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye for now.